Hello everyone, welcome to the discussion of problems of index number. This is the last part of unit 5 where I'll be discussing about how Fisher's index is satisfying both the TRT time reversal test and factor reversal test with an example and why it is called Fisher's ideal index. We have already discussed in our previous video how to calculate Fisher's index and how it has come as a geometric mean of the Laspeyres method and the PAST method. And you can see the Fisher's ideal index method formula is square root of summation P1 Q0 by summation P0 Q0 into summation P1 Q1 by P0 Q1. I have also discussed how do you easily remember the formula that always P1 by P0, P1 is the current year, P0 is the base year prices, and for Laspeyres it is on the base year quantity, so both will be Q0, Q0, whereas for PAST method it is based on the current year quantity, so which is Q1. And if I take the geometric mean of that, you will get the Fisher's ideal index formula, which is square root of all this into 100. Now, why Fisher's index is called ideal? The first thing, Fisher's has actually given the time reversal test, and it is proposed by him, and he said it is a test to determine whether a given formula for calculating index number will work always in time, forward or backward. That means whether you are considering the current year and base year, which is current, which is base year, if you just interchange, the formula should not change. So according to Fisher, the test that the formula for calculating the index number should be such that it will give the same ratio between one point of comparison and the other, no matter of the two is taken as the base. So what I mean in a simple language, whether you are taking 2014 compared to 2020, which is your base year, which is your current year, if you interchange among them, the formula for calculating price index should not be changed. Therefore, P01 into P10 should be equals to 1. Therefore, what is P01? I have already told you. So P1 into Q0, summation P0 Q0, then P1 Q1 and P0 Q1. This is the basic Fisher's index formula. Now with that, I am just interchanging the base into current. So 0 is interchanging with current 0 to 1. So let's just have, so P1 will be actually your P0. Q0 will be actually your Q1. In the place of 0, I am putting 1 and vice versa. So it will be P1, Q1 and then P0, Q0, P0, Q0, P1, Q1 will be P0, Q0 and P0, Q1 will be P1, Q0. That entire thing multiplying should be given you 1. Similar way, we can check that another proposal given by Fisher's, that is factor reversal test. That factor reversal test, he is telling, just as each formula should permit the interchange of the two times without giving inconsistent result, it should also permit interchanging the price and quantity without giving inconsistent result. That means both the price index and quantity index multiplied together should give you the true value ratio. In simple way to understand is, if you are interchanging P with Q, I mean price with quantity or quantity with price, it should give you a consistent result. So let's see FRT mathematically how to write. It's P01 into Q01 should give you P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q0. What I mean to say is, whether you are writing in the place of P as Q or in the place of Q as P, it will not impact your formula. So I have just given you P01 as you know the entire formula of Fisher. Similarly, Q01 you will give the formula. You just interchange on the value of P as Q. So P1 Q0 will be written at Q1 P0. P0 Q0 will be as it is Q0 P0. P1 Q1 will be written as Q1 P1 and P0 Q1 will be written as Q0 P1. I'm just interchanging P with Q. And therefore, the final formula is coming as P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q0. And so far, whatever we have discussed, simple aggregative method, weighted aggregative method, simple average method, weighted average method, none of them they satisfy these conditions. Fisher's index method is satisfying both the TRT and FRT. That's why they are called ideal index. Let's just see how do we prove it with a question. So construct the Fisher's price index number for the year 2010 with 2000 as a base year and check for TRT and FRT. So as you know, the price in 2010 is P0, price in 2000 price in 2000 sorry, this is price in 2000 is P0, price in 2010 is P1, quantity in 2000 this is Q0 and quantity in 2010 is Q1. So the first one this is 2000 it will be. Okay, now let's just do that. So price in 2010 is P0. I have copied the same question. So P0, P1, Q0, Q1. As you know, for Fisher's index, we need P1, Q0, P0, Q0, P1, Q1 and P0, Q1, which are all self-explanatory. You can just multiply and make the column and then add it. You will get the summation of that. And after applying the values, we can see the Fisher's ideal index is coming as 174.11. Let's see how it is satisfying the TRT, time reversal test. So time reversal test is P01 into P10 should be equal to 1. I'm just writing left hand side P01, so which is nothing but the Fisher's formula, summation P1 Q0 by P0 Q0 P1 Q1 into summation P0 Q1. I have converted 1 to 0 and I have written the value of P10 and substituting all the values you can see P1 Q0 is 1177. Similarly, P0 Q0 is 681. P1 Q1 is 1305. P0 Q1 is 744. And then all these value I have substituted. You can easily see each one will be cancelled, the numerator and denominator, and ultimately it is giving you the value as 1. Therefore, Fisher's index is satisfying the TRT or time reversal test. Let's talk about the factor reversal test, where we will multiply price index with quantity index, and we should see that the formula is built in such a way that P and Q, if we interchange even in the final formula, it will not impact the answer. So therefore, P01 into Q01, we have to satisfy as P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q0. Now I have just quoted all the values of P1 Q0, P0 Q0. You can see. So definitely with the Q, I have substituted here P with Q, other thing as it is, and you can see the value is coming as 1305 by 681, which is summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P0, because everything cancelled, only 1305 and 1305 under square root, they become square, so coming out as 1305. Similarly, 681 square, again square root 681. So this is given P01 into Q01 is equals to summation P1 Q1 by summation P0 Q0. What in a simple language, the P and Q, if you write interchange, it will not change the formula. So it gives a consistent result. That is what is the meaning of factor reversal test. So Fisher's index even satisfying factor reversal test. Therefore, it is one of the best method for calculating Therefore, we have come now to an end of the discussion of this chapter. I hope you people are clear. I have discussed about simple aggregative method where we have not discussed anything on the quantity. Quantity was not there. Then we have discussed simple average method. I have discussed with the example also. Then we have discussed about weighted aggregative method where quantity comes into picture. As you know, without quantity, it gives a half idea about how much a family is spending. Then weighted average method, we have discussed about the family budget method and aggregate expenditure method. And finally, even I have shown you how to calculate Fisher's index and why it is called Fisher's ideal index. And as well as we have discussed about the consumer price index or cost of living index. So with all this, I am ending the discussion of the index number. I hope you found it useful. With this, my discussion on this particular chapter is over. Thank you.